Hey, what's going on, everyone? Sly here with Flo. And Flo, man, we have to make this video because it seems like everyone's talking about. I know Larry Krueger kind of blew this thing up right here, and it's on quite a few articles. I know Dan Graziano from ESPN talked about the Niners potentially having to cut your boy Dre Greenlaw and Kyle Juszczyk. We'll be saving quite a bit of money there. But it's such a tricky situation for the simple fact that Greenlaw was giving us all that Super Bowl and then cutting them. That kind of seems a little bit like shady, in a sense. But we kind of have to save room for Brandon Ayuk. But, man, I'm just going to let you go, man. This is such a tough situation to be in right now. What do you think?
Yeah, man. Obviously, this is part of the game, part of the whole management, be able to figure out that salary cap thingy. I love both these guys, man. These guys are huge parts of our team. But to be honest, the only way these guys come back is if we are able to restructure them.
Yeah.
Obviously, Dre Greenlaw, he's probably not even going to play next year, right?
I doubt it.
So we're going to have to go with the young guys, D. Winters, and with Jalen Graham. One of those two guys is going to have to step up because even if we do get Dre Greenlaw back, we're not going to have him back next year. And it's just going to depend what kind of contract they end up coming to terms with, because Dre is going to want his money. Because unfortunately, like you said, he did sacrifice everything in that Super Bowl and the whole year. He was battling through injuries after injuries, giving us his all. So he does deserve to get paid somewhere for sure. But we can't afford to pay a guy that much money and him not even be out there, Mm-hmm. And Juice, I love Juice too, but it almost seemed like we just didn't use this guy at all. So it's not even, for me, it doesn't even make sense to pay him the full contract as well. He'd have to restructure for me to want to keep him. Like I said, both these guys, man, I love these guys both, but it's just, I don't really see. Eventually, we're going to have to lose people. That's just the name of the game. It happens year in, year out in free agency. It sucks because you wish you could just keep all these guys together because they're the core. They're a part of that core, along with like the Brandon Ayuks, the Deebo Samuels, Trent Williams, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle. They're just as important, but you got to make some cuts here and there. And it seems like one of these two guys is going to for sure be gone, maybe even both. But what do you think?
Yeah, man. If we can, I would try to find a way to restructure the deals to make it more reasonable. Let's be honest, the fullback position, there's not like a lot of fullbacks out there. Yeah, so we definitely kind of overpaid for Kyle Juszczyk. But if we could restructure it, I don't know, make it for the next 2 years, make it like $2-3 million, that sounds kind of reasonable. But if not, definitely he might have to cut him. The thing is, isn't he like 35 years old, 36? So he's starting to get up there too. I mean, I remember when we picked him up, that was the only good signing. Remember our first with Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch? Yeah. We picked up guys like, oh my gosh, the Fossil, Pierre Garçon. We picked up Mr. Missed Tackle himself, Malcolm Smith from the Raiders. It was just guy after guy that were just horrible. Kyle Juszczyk, what seemed to be like the only guy out of, I think it was 6 or 7 guys that we picked up with the new regime that actually hit. So, I mean, Kyle Juszczyk, even in the damn Super Bowl, that catch that he made, pretty much almost could have won us the game right there. But unfortunately, I'm not going to get into that. But that was a badass catch. And he seemed to do that all year long. So I would personally love to keep him just because he is a great blocker, man. Amazing, always underrated, always a Pro Bowler, always smart dude. I think he went to Harvard or Yale. Very smart, intelligent man. So personally, I would love to keep him if we could restructure. If he says no, then yeah, unfortunately, man, we gotta let him go. As far as Dre Greenlaw, you would have to talk to Dre about this and be like, hey, Dre, we want you back, but we need a restructured deal. We need to probably add another year and give him the same amount there just to make up for this year, because this year he's pretty much, you're going to be spending almost $10 million. If you do cut him, you save, what is it, $6 million? We save $6 million.
Yeah, almost
$7 million. So you would definitely, that's an option right there. But I would talk to him first, be like, hey, Dre, this is a situation, man. We want you back. What do you think about taking pretty much the same amount you made this year as you did last year, the following year? I mean, it's just a tough situation because this guy, after this year, if he was healthy, he would have got paid somewhere. Like, he would have, we're talking about Fred Warner type of money, which sucks, man. That just sucks that during the Super Bowl that happened. If it would have happened like in October, November, then he'd probably be back by the next year. But not, since it happened pretty much this year, what season starts in 7-8 months? Yeah. And then so it's just such a tough situation. And us Niner fans, we know exactly about Achilles tears. Remember Bowman, when he came back, he was never the same. I believe he was 28. The good news with Greenlaw, he is 26. So I think he still has a good chance of coming back strong. But I would have to talk to be like, hey man, we want to restructure your deal to make it a team-friendly deal. If not, we definitely gonna have to part ways. But it's a tough situation, man. I know a lot of people are outside talking about it. And damn, it would seem like the Niners are kind of a dicks if they did end up cutting him, just because you look at it from the outside and you're like, really, you're gonna cut this dude that gave it his all, pretty much won the divisional game for you, was on fire in the NFC Championship game, and he was exactly. We only gave up at that point 3 points, so he was like flying. So it's just such a damn tough situation. Me, I would find a way. I would find a way to restructure that deal. But we can't have it how it is right now. So it's very interesting this offseason what the hell is going to happen. But what do you think, man?
Yeah, man. Okay, of these two, who would you rather see them actually give the money to at the end of the day? If we could bring one of them back, and for sure.
First of all, I wouldn't keep any for both of their money. But if I could keep one, damn, it would have to be a restructuring. It probably would. Probably Jared Greenlaw, just because he's younger, and this guy is like I know Juice is a Pro Bowler, but that's a fullback.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these fullbacks, like you can find a fullback anywhere now because no one uses fullbacks. So Jared Greenlaw, man, it was like Bowman and Willis, and it was like the same exact thing. We thought we were gonna have him for like 10 years, and it was only four years at most. So it was like
championship game,
and that was
the NFC Championship game and Super Bowl, but still championship games, and we lost them both.
And then freaking Patrick Willis retired, and it was over. And Bill Bowman came back, but he was never the same. So personally, I would probably want Jared Greenlaw. I think that after maybe not this season, but the following year he could come back strong. So I'll say Drake Greenlaw, and hopefully we can find a way to restructure a deal and make another run or two with this man.
Yeah, I would say Drake Greenlaw as well. And then like I said earlier, D Winners, Jalen Graham, they get their experience this year, and then the following year, then you have freaking 2 stud linebackers and probably 2 potential studs in the waiting. Obviously, so I would probably go with Dre Greenlaw.
Man, I can't believe you asked that question, you know, because it's kind of like when you have 2 girls and you're choosing between what. Nah, I don't want to go.
No, you go with the younger one, though. You go with the younger one all day. Come on, man.
I'm just joking, man. I'm just joking. But seriously, though, I think, to tell you the truth, I think Kyle Juszczyk may take that pay cut. Because look at what happened. His wife. She just got a big-ass deal with the NFL. Oh, dude. So she's going to be making big. It kind of like that Brady effect. Remember Brady every year would take the pay cut because his wife Giselle was making more money than he was. So he was like, screw it, man. I'm going to get the best player available. I know Kyle Juszczyk, man. He's been here through thick and thin. Along with Drake Greenlaw, and they want a chance, you know, to get that ring. So, I mean, you could tell he loves playing with Kid one. Then they just went up Cabo. McCaffrey. Who else? There was one more guy that was on Cabo with them, the Cabo 4 they called him. But he loves the team, man. So obviously you got to try to restructure their deal, keep them going. Because I mean, if they decline, if I saw the decline coming, I'll be like, all right, maybe it might be time to trade. Kind of like Debo. I think Debo has one more year. Man, I have to trade his ass because I'm not gonna lie, man. That Super Bowl kind of pissed me off. If you watch that quarterback school, JT O'Sullivan, he was calling it out like, dude, why isn't he running the routes fully? Like, what the hell? He's been doing this all year. So, but these 2 guys, man, they brought it, man. They definitely brought in that Super Bowl. So you would hate to see any of these guys go. So I say restructure, and let's run it back. I know it sucks hearing that saying run it back, but I don't want to build over again, wait 4 or 5 years to try to get back. So nah, man, I say keep them, and hopefully after this season, Drake Greenlaw, who knows, maybe at the end of the season he'll be able to come back, pull a Adrian Peterson or some crap like that. So it'll be interesting to see, man.
All right, well, you guys let us know in the comments what you guys think, what they do with this Drake Greenlaw, Kyle Juszczyk situation. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. See y'all next time.
Peace.